Hello, welcome back friends. This is our January 2025 what sold video for the month. So we're gonna go ahead and go over what we sold for the month of January. Okay, I know it's a little bit late, but the more I do these, the more we'll get caught up. Okay. So, as always, whatever the screenshot says is the correct amount. Although I do try to get the correct amount for the report, you'll see that the screenshot and that's what's going to be correct. Let me move over a little this way so we can get ready. I think, I still have my thing. I haven't gone through these yet and decided what I'm going to do with those. But anyway, okay, so let's go ahead and do this. I don't know why the video shut off last night when I was making the video. I don't know, maybe my phone thought the video was too long. I don't know, but there was some pretty cool stuff on there in there that we missed, but it's okay. It's okay, we'll figure it out later. Okay, so the first thing that sold in the month of January was on the 3rd of the month, and that is Rainbow. I'm not sure, that might be one of my witch bells that I make. I got those ribbons. Where'd I put them? I may have, oh, they're over there. That I make witch bells. This may have been, yeah, that's what it said. I can't read my writing. That is a Rainbow Witch Bells. I think this was my most favorite one that I've ever made. It was just so cute with the rainbow, all the different colors. Really neat. Okay. That is, thank you for the positive feedback, Megan, who is in IL. And the item number there was 2999. That was promoted. Everything is promoted, but when I say promoted, what I mean is it's sold by way of being promoted. I don't know how else to say it. Okay, that sold for $16. Okay, the next thing sold on the 14th of the month, and that is Banana Republic Snake Print Blouse. That went to Jacqueline in the state of California. Item number 3402, and that was promoted, and it sold for $10. Okay, the next thing sold on the 7th of the month, and that is a green Christmas stocking. That was donated to me by my mother, and thank you for the positive feedback, Vanessa, who was in the state of NJ. That was a really wonderful feedback. Thank you so much for that wonderful feedback. Yeah, I mean, I know it was a really cute, nice item. It's just I didn't know how else to describe it when I was doing the listing. So thank you for finding that and be able to get it and enjoy it. And I'm so glad how everything worked out. Okay. That was item number 3994. That was promoted, and that sold for $14.41. Okay, the next thing sold on the 8th of the month, and this is a scarf. I believe it is a black and gold scarf. Usually the scarves that I sell have some kind of gold in them, gold color in them. So I assume that is what that was. Okay, that I may have also sold a scarf that was a nice brand, but we'll see the screenshot. Okay, this went to Laura in the state of SC. Item number 3896, and that sold for $9. So no, I guess that was the one I thought it was at first. Okay, the next thing also sold on the 8th of the month, and that is the Echo Poncho. Okay, this was something that was donated to me by my sister, and Like it has like this, it's like a V. It's like a really strange shape. So needless to say, it's like a sweater poncho. Anyway, needless to say, it took me a long time to list. So I had it probably for at least a month or so before I listed it. So it probably didn't take very long to sell. Okay, that went to Ronnie in the state of IN. Item number 3671. That was donated, like I said, and that sold for $14.40. There's a lot of things that are like this similar amount, so it must have been a coupon amount there. Okay, the next thing sold on the 10th of the month, and that is Paula Deen's spatula set. It was red, like a red maroon color. There were two spatulas. That went to Furman in the state of Ohio. Item number 4298. That was promoted, and that was donated to me by my mother. That sold for $14.41. Okay. The next thing sold on the 12th of the month, and that is a Christmas book. What the heck is Pebbles doing? Okay, that went to Randy in the state of IN. That was item number 4426. That was promoted, and that sold for $31.58. There was one Christmas book that was donated to me by my daughter, and I'm not sure if this is it or not, but it doesn't say here that it was donated, so I assume that this is one that I purchased myself. But we'll see, and when I put the screenshot up, I'll let you know which one. I'll let you know if I purchased it or if it was donated to me. Okay, the next thing sold on the 13th of the month, and this is the Play Maisie figures. Okay, these were little cloth figures with buttons on the bottom. And I got these at the bins, so I paid like hardly anything for them. I got them at the bins, I looked them up, and I determined that they were something that I should pick up, so I did pick them up. There were four of them. This went to Cherise in New York. Item number 3723. These were promoted, and they sold for $17.58. Okay, the next thing also sold on the 13th of the month. The pink and green witch bells. Okay, these had more charms on them. That's why this was more expensive. So this is pink and green. The first ones that I made, I believe, all sold out. So this is a second batch. From the second batch of the ones that I made like 5 or 6. This is the second one to sell, and it's sold to the same person that bought the first ones earlier in the month, and she did leave a really nice feedback on each one. What are you doing?
What?
Good grief. Okay. So thank you for the positive feedback, Megan, who was in the state of IL. Item number on this was 2998. This was promoted, and this one sold for $26. You know, and I priced them according to how many charms and how much stuff is going on with them. Okay. So, Miss Fancy. Okay. The next thing sold on the 15th of the month, and I have here handmade dolls. I got these at the bins, I think, or either I got them at Value Village, I'm not sure. But they were in a bag together with some other things, and it was a doll with a white and blue dress, and it said Nicaragua, and with a knit soldier, and they sold together, and they went to Daniel, who was in the state of California. Item number 4369. That was promoted, and that sold for $13.12. Okay. The next thing sold on the 16th of the month, and that is 9 West Blouse Blue, size extra large. That went to Stacy in the state of Texas. Item number 3524. That was promoted and that sold for $14.80. Okay. The next thing sold on the 17th of the month, and that is a Hatch Blouse Peach. That went to Catherine in the state of California. Item number 2220. That was a size 0, whatever that means. Okay, and that sold for $12. Okay, the next thing sold on the 19th of the month, and that is a carnival photo book. This, I believe, I got at the bins. So the books they charge a little differently. It was either, I'm pretty sure that's where I got it. It was either 2 for $1 or 3 for $1. I'm not really sure, but I believe, I'm pretty sure I got those at the bins. Okay, that went to David, who was in the state of VA. And item number 4019, that was promoted, and that sold for $17.80. This was an item that my mom did not think was going to sell, but I thought it would, and it did. Okay, the next thing sold on the 20th of the month, and that is a Sonoma Blouse Red. Size was extra large. That went to Eric in the state of California. Item number 2793. That was promoted and that sold for $12. Okay, the next thing sold on the 20th of the month. It is Zach and Rachel Blouse Blue, size medium. That went to Gigi in the state of California. Item number 2887. And that was promoted and it sold for $10. Okay. The next thing sold also on the 20th of the month. That's 3 things now that have sold on the 20th of the month. And this is the Petting Zoo Lovey. It was a giraffe. This went to Kayla in the state of IL. Item number 3928. That sold for $13.18. I'm not sure where I got that. I may have got it at the bins or at my favorite thrift shop that's not closed, or I may have gotten it at Value Village. I'm not really sure where I got that, but I know I didn't pay more than $2 for it, so I probably did pay about $2 for it. That sold for $13.18. Okay, the next thing sold on the 21st of the month, and that is Faded Glory White Pants. Were they pants or jeans? I don't remember. But thank you for the feedback, Deborah, who was in the state of Tennessee. Size was 20W, and that was promoted, and they sold for $12. I don't like to sell pants for $12, but I do some crazy stuff trying to get sales, so that's probably what happened there. But I don't. When I see white pants that are really new and clean looking and look like they don't have any wear to them, I pick those up because those will sell like quickly. They will sell. Okay, the next thing also sold on the 12th of the month, and that is Dance Central 3 Game. This one was purchased previously. They purchased it and then they messaged me and said something about they bought it by mistake or the address was wrong or something, and could I cancel the order? I did. A couple of weeks later, someone, I don't know if it was them or someone else, did purchase it. The same thing that was canceled and relisted, someone purchased it a couple of weeks later. And that is this here, Dance Central Game. It went to Stephen in the state of WA. It was promoted and it sold for $11.20. That must have been a coupon. Okay. The next thing sold on the I can't talk. The 23rd of the month was a blue shirt Sonoma. It was, anyway, this was refunded. So, I don't know. It sold for $10 and it was refunded. So, I don't know. I guess I lost money on that. But we're not going to go into that anymore. That was a wash. Okay. So the next thing sold on the 26th of the month, that is a Faded Glory men's shirt. Thank you for the positive feedback, Melanie, who was in the state of MN. Item number 3854, and that sold for $12. Also, men's shirts, I don't like to go down to 12, but you know, I do crazy things to get sales. Okay, the next thing sold on the 27th of the month, and this is Old Navy pants, size SP, and they were gray, it says here. And this went to Jennifer in the state of NJ. Item number 3655, and those sold for $11.60, which is probably a coupon. Okay, the next thing sold on the 29th of the month, and that is Louis L'Amour tapes. They had to have been a set of 6 of the tapes. I think this is the 3rd set of tapes that I have sold. But these ones are Allie in the state of MT, item number 4279. These were promoted and they sold for $17.98. Are you burning something over there? Okay. Okay, the next thing also sold on the 29th. I obviously need to drink some water. We're almost done. Okay. Gildan t-shirt. Casey Donahue. It was Gildan branded. It was Casey Donahue. Went to Stephanie in the state of IL. And item number 3477, and that sold for $14. Okay, the next two went to the same person and sold on the 30th of the month, and that is the 2 sets of the Eklund placemats. They were supposed to go for like $30 each, but she did. I've had them for a couple of years now, probably, and she sends me offers, and I accepted them. Each set sold for $22, where they should have gone for $30, because that's how they comped out. But hey, it's all good. They're sold. It's fine. These went to Arlene in the state of NY. And thank you for the positive feedback on both of those sets of placemats. That is so wonderful. The one is item number 2932. The other one is 2923. They were both promoted, and they each sold for $22. They were in different locations also, so it made them really tricky to find. But I found them. It was tricky, but I found them. It wasn't that bad. It was just they were in different places. I probably should have put them in the same place. That would have been much better. Okay, right. Note to self. Right. Okay. So we have 24 orders that went out. 24 items. The 2 on the bottom went out in the same package, but there are 24 things that went out. It says here 4 of these things were donated to me by different people. 9 of these items were clothing. Well, I'm going to talk to you about that. Okay. 17 of these were promoted. 17 out of 24. So that means only 5. Only 5 of these were not sold by being promoted. That's a very low number, and these are the numbers that I'm telling you about. This is what I'm used to as far as percentages of items that sold because they were promoted. So what's that, about 80-90% that were sold because they were promoted. Okay, but what's really strange about this month is I only had 9 clothing items. That's really strange. And I've seen more of a trend of that with my other months that I've now passed, that I've seen a trend of that where the other months they're not all clothing, where probably most of my items are clothing because that's what I can find. That's what I can find. That's what I can list. So that's what I sell, is clothing, because that's what I can find at a decent price. So, you know, I do go to the bin sometimes, and I do go other places, but my main thing is the clothing because I can get those for 25 cents each. Some other places I can find them 50 cents or $1, but the main reason is because I can find them down the street close to me for 25 cents each. So I don't go to the bins that often, maybe once a month, and when I do, I usually spend about $35. So that's, you know, that's quite a bit, you know, for one time, you know. But things I get at the bins, sometimes I can sell for more money. Like those little figurine things that I sold this time. Oh, yesterday I sold some My Little Ponies. I'm not sure if I got those at the bins or those are some that I had purchased for my granddaughter, Miss Pebbles, earlier. I know that there were some in there that I did find at the bins. It was like a combination. I think that is like my second set of My Little Ponies that I have sold. So that was pretty good. This sold for $14, but you know, it's okay. And there were a lot of interest on those, but they finally sold and they're gone. I think I still have another set of similar My Little Ponies, or like the same size. I have like one more set left. Making a video.
Still making the video?
Yeah. So we had 24 orders, and all of the numbers that I told you to decide, all of the numbers added up that I told you about come to $368.76. $368.76. Keep in mind that I'm paying $22 a month for my shop, for my store. Now I'm paying $60 a month, but at the time, at the time when this was done, it was $22 a month, so it was taken out of there. And you know, I've got to pay promotional fees and extra shipping on probably all of these items. So, you know, you can take off like $3 for each item, and that's probably about how much I made. I should probably write that amount down also. Making a video. You want to say hi? Okay. Okay, well, I think I'm going to end it now, and we'll see you next time. Thank you for watching. Bye-bye.